Hey, what is going on, YouTube? Ron here. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, and a huge shout out to Admiral Potato today, as earlier today in a live stream from Mr. PG, he titled it Spanish Cruisers, and I was kind of like, what's going on here? Well, anyway, this gentleman here, XX Romans 12XX, on the World of Warships Legends Reddit, apparently found some images randomly in the game's representative images on the PS Store on mobile. And in the photos, there is a German destroyer, Hampshire, and the first Spanish cruiser, Numancia on Legends. And they figured this out by looking, I believe, at the different style of guns and then matching them up. I think, as you can see here, a triple-barreled gun of the Numancia here. So, and apparently that's like the only ship in the game that has this same style of gun. But alas, this is also the pirate content that was featured in this little batch of images, and I believe that is coming next update or at the end of this update. Now let's go ahead and review the Numancia here on the World of Warships PC wiki. One of the variants of the Washington Cruiser project proposed to the Spanish Navy by the Vickers Armstrong Company was based on the Emerald-class hull, but equipped with 7 203mm guns in one bow 3-gun and 2 twin-gun turrets. To ensure space saving for the propulsion unit, a linear arrangement of the boiler and engine rooms were adopted. The ship was supposed to be faster than her original and have a catapult. However, the preference was given to the project variant that became the basis for the Baleares class of ships. I probably said that wrong, so apologies to my Spaniards out there. Numancia was first released on sale, blah, 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 blah. So let's go ahead and look at her guns here. 2 103mm guns with an 11-second reload. I wonder if they get any sort of unique AP characteristics, because again, it was an Emerald class hull, but yeah. Firing range 15.2. HE shells, she does get access to HE. Let's not mess that up again. 17% fire chance there, and a 4,500 max damage. Her hull, not that much health, and I'm guessing because she is potentially a British variant, right? It says Washington, but the Vickers Armstrong, I'm pretty sure, was a British variant, and of course, if it was an Emerald class, that is of course British. So 34,500 health. Torpedoes are 8-kilometer range there with basically a 12,000 max damage and a 59 knot top speed. Propulsion is 33.5. And yes, the ship, the Numancia, is a Tier 8 Spanish premium cruiser designed around the triple salvo burst fire mechanic. In exchange for excellent stealth and the ability to deliver 21 203mm shells within a 3-second window, the Numancia makes a significant sacrifice to her survivability. So this might be the first burst fire ship that we get in Legends. Now, whether or not we get this ship as a campaign, as a complete access to the line, I believe there is a whole Spanish line here. I could be wrong on this. Let's go ahead and click on Spain here. España, yes, the Spanish cruisers here. So I'm guessing we would get some that are starting around here. Make, one of these probably as, yeah, this might be the campaign, and unfortunately, it could also be like the Dutch cruiser situation where we just get one ship and then the line to come later. But you can expect this probably maybe Christmas. I'm not exactly sure. This to me honestly looks like the best campaign ship we would have had in a while. I like the Schoenberg. The Michelangelo was surely fun, but let's go ahead and finish reading her stats here. Yeah, so the sacrifice to her survivability, main battery damage per minute, mobility, and consumable utility. Unlike the fast and flexible jack-of-all-trades Spanish tech tree cruisers, the Numancia is better understood as a glass cannon opportunist. So I'd probably take back what I just said about this being like a fun ship. It'll probably just be a glass cannon with a gimmick, which of course is certainly fun in certain situations, but in the standard that is this player base, you're probably just going to meme 1 or 2 ships and then your team is going to let you down. Pretty much just like anything in life. I want my team to let me down in my grave so they can let me down one last time. But armor and survivability, misleadingly characterized as a heavy cruiser due to her gun caliber. And that's a little fun fact, by the way. Cruisers are designated by their gun caliber. So 203 would make her a heavy cruiser, but as you can see here, they're foreshadowing that the armor scheme and health pool of Numancia is more akin to that of a light cruiser. 25mm extremities and a 27mm upper belt will only resist the overmatch of the smallest battleship's armor-piercing shells. 380s and below. High explosive munitions above destroyer caliber will have no problem doing damage everywhere. The 38mm deck. Did I say dick? The armor may prevent the occasional AP shell from reaching the citadel, but given the expansive superstructure, every incoming salvo is likely to do damage. So again, just as they probably described, this thing sounds like a glass cannon, and while you can probably get memed if you go around the corner in a cruiser or even a destroyer, you will find yourself probably, the average player will probably be blowing up a lot more than they would like. But here are the pros and cons. We'll finish up with that, and then we'll review a few other Spanish cruisers. Devastating triple burst fire, delivering 21 shells in 3 seconds. Excellent concealment. Very good base HE fire chance of 17%, which is never 17%, but anyway, excellent. 5600 AP alpha damage when using triple burst fire. The word fire isn't there, but anyway, strong torpedo suite with fast reload, decent range, and low torpedo detection. I don't really agree with that. 8 kilometers. So the reload time is 76 seconds, which is actually nice. I didn't see that earlier, but 8 kilometers is not really that far. Small hit point pool and light armor, low barrel count and mediocre reload, long burst fire cooldown, punishes poor shots, torpedoes lack damage and speed. So why would you say strong torpedo suite and then have it in the cons? You gotta love wargaming. Weak anti-aircraft suite. So the ship looks, the true definition of a glass cannon here, but let's go ahead and review the other tier 8, the Cataluna here, and then that'll kind of give us a good representation of what the Spaniard line is like. After the nationalists proclaimed victory in the Civil War, ties between Spain and the fascist regime in Italy built up momentum. Suffering from a scarcity of modern ships of all types in its service, Spain planned to study the latest advancements in global shipbuilding, including those made by Italy. The Ansaldo Company came up with 3 heavy cruiser projects for Spain, each with its own armament composition. One of the projects provided for armament to be made up of 3 203mm triple gun mounts. So here we are. Does it have the burst fire as well? It does. I thought that said it was unique, but anyway, we get the Cataluna here at a 12.5 reload, 3x3 203mm guns in this case. Let's just go ahead and read her. So Cataluna can alternate between regular firing mode and burst firing mode. Firing the guns within alternate firing mode will enable to fire two salvos in quick succession here. The firing mode takes much longer to reload. So is it the same thing as, maybe it's 2 quick salvos, number of bursts in a series. So maybe the Numancia is a little bit different than the rest of the line here. But let's go ahead and read the pros and cons and call this one a day. Guns have flat ballistics with good AP shell penetration and damage. Access to burst fire, allowing to quickly deal damage. Fast reloading torpedoes, high maximum speed, access to repair party. Poor armor, burst fires along cooldown, short range torpedoes. Poor AA, poor rudder shift time and turning circle, and poor concealment. So basically, you get the gun gimmick, and then you are a floating citadel of sadness. That is going to be quite the meme here. 8-kilometer torpedoes, 61 knot speed. These have a little bit more damage, 15,000, with a little bit more of a reload there. So, no, we didn't see anything about smoke. So you're definitely going to be wanting to utilize concealment. Hydro or sonar. Yeah, so it doesn't look like you're going to get really any defensive capabilities whatsoever, so you're definitely going to want to probably be an ambush predator here. But that is, let's look at this one. This one looks cool. The Amarante Opequenendo. Oquendo. Is that a Q? Yeah, that's a Q. Oquendo. Is this one a little bit different? 203mm guns, 13-second reload. Yeah, it gets burst fire. Modified shells. in battle. First firing the guns in alternate fire mode will enable her to fire with reduced dispersion but increased reload. So yeah, we're getting some more gimmicks in the game, which I do, I do enjoy. I just hope they're semi-balanced and just not outrageous. I think recently we've seen a bit more bugs and kind of outrageous gimmicky type stuff. Hybrids. There's a few bugs with the BA Montana Arthurus right now. Fox Flare, the perk for the Pan-European alternative line with their radar gimmick. So again, I love when we get new ships like this, and eventually we are going to run out of ships to add to the game. So just keep that in mind. That's probably why Legends has slowed down, and instead they're just drip feeding us, boring bureau content. But alas, that is on the horizon here. Again, I just hope it is balanced. If there's one thing about it, I certainly like new, I certainly like strong, but I don't want something that is just going to be insanely busted, similar to like the Chokolov bombs here, where you're dropping nukes on on destroyers. In PG's stream yesterday, he dev struck 4 or 5 destroyers in like a 90-minute, 2-hour stream. Yeah, that seems fair and balanced. But anyway, my carrier mains are going to complain about that one. But yeah, that is the Spanish line for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. A huge shout out to this Chad here for noticing that, and of course for Admiral Potato for linking that to me. If you guys are not in my Discord, make sure you go ahead and head in there as we see Saul stream sniping somebody in the absolute tomfoolery. That is my Discord, and here of course is the Legends official Discord. So I will try to link both of those below, and as well as the wiki here. And again, the wiki, while it is recently, I feel like it's been 99% accurate, just realize that a good portion of these ships could change from their original format to be formatted into Legends. We've seen a few like the Benham and others. It's been a while since that has happened, but anyway, yeah, that is the video for you guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic day there. I love you guys. I'm out. Peace.